great big ears you have, Grandma, said Little Red Riding Hood. All the better to see you with, the wolf replied. He sat there watching her and smiled. He thought, I'm going to eat this child. Compared with her old grandmama, she's going to taste like caviar. Then Little Red Riding Hood said, but Grandma, what a lovely, great big furry coat you have on. What's wrong? Cried the wolf. Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I've got? Oh well, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway. The girl smiles, one eyelid flickers. She whips a pistol from her knickers. She aims it at the creature's head, and bang, bang, shoots him dead. A few weeks later, in the wood, I came across Miss Riding Hood. But what a change! No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. She said, hello, and do please note my lovely furry wolfskin coat.
When the pony chaise stopped at the door, and my eyes were intent upon the house, I saw a cadaverous face appear at a small window on the ground floor, in a little round tower that formed on the side of the house, and quickly disappear. The low arched door then opened, and the face came out. It was quite as cadaverous as it had looked in the window, though in the grain of it there was that tinge of red which is sometimes to be observed in the skins of red-haired people. It belonged to a red-haired person, a youth of 15 as I take it now, but looking much older, whose hair was cropped as close as the closest stubble, who had hardly any eyebrows, and no eyelashes, and eyes of a red-brown, so unsheltered and unshaded that I remember wondering how he went to sleep. He was high-shouldered and bony, dressed in decent black with a white wisp of a necklace buttoned up at the throat, and had a long, lank, skeleton hand, which particularly attracted my attention, as he stood upon the pony's head, rubbing his chin a bit and looking up at us in the chase.
A deafening crack awoke her, and she caught her breath. She looked around for the baby before remembering that he was no longer a baby, but had seen 5 summers come and go while the war raged outside the city walls. He was in his own room, of course he was. Her breathing slowed, and she waited to hear him cry out for his mother, terrified by the thunderstorm. But the cry did not come. He was brave, her little boy. Too brave to cry out at a lightning bolt, even if it was hurled by Zeus himself. She wrapped the coverlet over her shoulders and tried to guess what hour of the night it was. The pitter-patter of rain was growing louder. It must be early morning, because she would see across the room. But the light was peculiar. A fat yellow colour, which caught the dark red walls and painted them an ugly, bloody shade. How could the light be so yellow, unless the sun was rising? And how could the sun fill her rooms when she could hear the rain falling on the roof? Disorientated by her recent dreams, it was several moments before she realized the acrid tang was in her nostrils, not her imagination.
The third thing I learned has turned into a mandate by which I live. If you're not in the arena, getting your ass kicked on occasion, I'm not interested in or open to your feedback. There are a million cheap seats in the world today, filled with people who will never be brave at their lives, but who will spend every ounce of energy they have hurling advice and judgment at those who dare greatly. Their only contributions are criticism, cynicism, and fear-mongering. If you're criticizing from a place where you're not also putting yourself on the line, I'm not interested in what you have to say. We have to avoid the cheap seats feedback and stay armor-free.